I know a lot of people are concerned about Cody's feud with the Bloodline continuing, but it's a genius move and I'm going to explain why. Welcome to Allison Analysis. I'm Ben Allison and I've analysed last night's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, and here are my 5 key findings. As a graphic designer, I absolutely love this new look SmackDown. Last week, a new SmackDown logo leaked on the USA website and I absolutely hated it, but thankfully that's not the one they're using. And the one they have gone with, I absolutely love. Now, I know some people are joking that it looks like SmackSound instead of SmackDown, and I get that. But in reality, because of the colours, you can tell it does say SmackDown. Now, you are right. If you don't know what SmackDown is, and you see this for the first time, at first you might think, oh, it's SmackDown. But when you actually look at it, because of the colours, you can see it's SmackDown, right? It does become obvious after a few seconds. And this is a tactic which big brands are using more and more and more at the minute in graphic design. And the reason for this is because of the amount of logos there are in the world right now. You really want people to look at your logo for a few more seconds. So if you do something like this, make it still legible, but just a little bit harder to see at first, people will look at it for longer. It's smart, it's unique, it works, and I love it. Now, structurally, with my graphic designer hat on, there are a couple of issues with the logo, specifically the spacing on the right side of the box and the K, which really, it weirds me out why they've done it like that. But for the most part, I really like the logo. The stage graphics are now so much better as well, and so are the on-screen overlays. The new theme song is decent. I mean, I prefer it over some of the recent ones, but compared to when I was a kid, it's nowhere near as good, but it does its job. So overall, this new SmackDown rebrand gets a big thumbs up from me. In at number 4, things between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes clearly still aren't over. Yes, Andrade won the unofficial best out of 5. He is now the #1 contender for the United States Championship, but I am almost certain that Carmelo Hayes is going to cost Andrade his US title opportunity, leading to a triple threat match. Then they'll probably have another match, Carmelo Hayes will win that, and then they'll have a 7th tiebreaker match. I mean, if this was any other 2 wrestlers, I would be complaining, right? But these guys have such good chemistry that I actually could watch them fight forever, and they are taking that literally. In the end, I still do think that Carmelo Hayes needs to win this feud, and the reason for that is this is his first proper feud on the main roster, and it's been a really long one as well, and so he doesn't get lost in the shuffle on the main roster. I think he does need to win it. In at number 3, could Bayley be turning heel again? Surely not already, but I just can't see Naomi being the one to turn. Now you might be wondering, why does one of them have to turn heel? Well, the stipulation just makes it obvious to me, because whoever pins Nia or Tiffany Stratton next week gets the title opportunity. But if either of them lose and get pinned, then whoever gets pinned has to leave SmackDown. And I can't see them losing, right? I think they're winning, which means either Bayley or Naomi is getting the title match. And this is clearly to cause drama between the two. And that will lead to one of them turning eventually, it's obvious, but I just can't see that being Naomi. And I get that Bayley never actually properly turned face. She's still doing a lot of the heelish things that she used to do as a heel. She's still talking like she is a heel, but obviously she's been feuding with heels, so she seemed like the face. And she's been nicer to the faces as well. So I guess it makes sense, but it just feels too early for me, and I just don't really get why. Also, side note, but the SmackDown Women's Division deserves more than a 2-minute match on a 2-hour show. I mention it every week, but I'm going to continue to do so because it's ridiculous. In at number 2, we need to see more of Ricky. I don't know who Ricky is, but I just want to see more of him. The crowd were genuinely more behind him than they were behind Randy Orton, and it kind of leads me to the question as what was the point in this angle? Did they think the crowd was going to boo and then just go nuts for Randy Orton? Because, I mean, at first I kind of think they did, but Kevin Owens put Ricky so over right at the start that I think they were just chanting, "We want Ricky" the entire match. This guy could be the new James Ellsworth, and I want to see him on WWE TV again. But to be honest with you, I'm really disappointed that neither Kevin Owens or Randy Orton or one of A-Town Down Under didn't turn on each other during this match. Because this entire feud, it just seemed like one of the sides was going to break up. And I thought it was going to be a swerve and it was going to be Kevin and Randy, but it hasn't. I mean, I don't get it. We're both for these things. We've been teasing a Kevin Owens and Randy Orton heel turn for ages now, one of them turning heel, and the same with A-Town Down Under. I mean, we are really dragging this on. In at number 1, fans need to trust Triple H's plan for the Bloodline. I am already seeing fans complaining about Cody Rhodes still being involved with the Bloodline, and I get it, but it's necessary. Why? Well, he's the glue that's going to bring the original Bloodline back together. Everyone under the sun is predicting a Bloodline War Games match this year, but with only 2 months until the event, how are you going to get Roman, Jay, Jimmy, and potentially Sammy all on the same team? And then who would be the 5th member? The answer to both of those questions is Cody Rhodes. I've been saying this for months now. I even predicted the Bad Blood match. But Jay and Sammy will join the Bloodline War Games match, not to help Roman, but to help Cody. Cody will call in the favor that they both owe him. And from there, Roman and Jimmy can earn back their trust. And eventually, the Usos can dethrone the Tongas. As for the 5th member on Solo's team, I predict it's going to be Hikuleo. The Rock probably can't compete until late January at the earliest due to filming commitments. So this all makes sense. There's a process behind it, so trust it. And yes, it'll suck that Cody doesn't get a few more title defenses over the next couple of months, but it's the way it is and it will be worth it for the bigger picture. But overall, last night's episode of SmackDown, the season premiere, was an absolute blast and I loved it. But what did you guys think of it? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys on Tuesday to talk a little bit of Monday Night Raw. See you guys then. Peace.